Our area of low pressure over the northern Philippines still not terribly organized, thus it hasn't been named Tropical Depression Bising as of this time, but it is bringing heavy rainfall for northern areas of Luzon. Separately, we also have Tropical Storm 4, not named by JMA, well towards the east, off towards even the east of the Ogasada Islands. I'm not really talking too much about that in this one. You see it right there. Let's concentrate on a current storm currently impacting northern Luzon, likely going to turn towards the north and likely going to maybe impact Taiwan and over towards Okinawa and the southern Japanese islands. Once again, I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. Thanks as always for watching these updates. If you want more information though, please do check out our website, our Facebook pages, and also support the channel. Our Patreon is a really good way. But anyways, let's talk about this. So here's our broad area of low pressure. Now the ECMWF kind of wants us to continue tracking west, while we still see that convection skew off and slowly lift towards the north. You can see right in there. So there's a lot of uncertainty with this guidance, I can tell you that. The big thing, despite whatever the models say and about where the low level center is going to go, and I could show you all day the spaghetti plots here until I'm blue in the face, and it literally looks like spaghetti. The big thing is the rainfall, at least for the time being here into northern Luzon. And this plot right here shows us the level of unconfidence of where this is going to go, and it's all thanks to an area of high pressure just towards the north. You see right here, yeah, look over western Japan, clockwise rotation. That is high pressure in these systems. No matter how strong they are, this could be a Cat 5 out here, it's not going to want to drive due north at a high pressure. It's going to want to try to bleed around the back side of it. So that's why we've been seeing this kind of westerly trend. The thing is, though, these high pressures and low pressures don't sit in a state of stationariness in the sense that they're moving. So that's really the timing we're trying to look at of when this is going to be trending towards the north and why the models are having a hard time with it. Regardless of all of that, regardless of where the center is, rain for my Philippine friends out here. Northern Luzon. Numerous flooding residential areas are likely to be flooded here in northern Luzon. We're already seeing the heavy precipitation. What you need to do is avoid non-essential travels, especially in those low-lying flood-prone areas. Keep things charged. Power's going to go out probably. And it's not just us saying this. This is 24-hour rainfall forecast from Pagasa. They have those rainfall warnings in place across Cagayan, Isabela, Ilocos Norte, Abra, one of my favorite places to get some good cup of coffee. Pangasinan, Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Metro Manila, all looking at that increase in rainfall. But then it even picks up more so when we get a bit of an enhanced monsoonal flow as we go ahead into the weekend. And during the weekend, Pangasinan, Zambales, Bataan, so like Subic Bay, are all going to be looking at a pretty significant uptick in the level of rainfall coming in from the west here. And in fact, we can take a look at our guidance, and let's flip back over here to our Metro Weatherscape guidance. And here you go. You got your area of low pressure off towards the north, and even if it tracks west or slowly moves north, regardless, a strong southwesterly flow is going to set up increasing showers for those western seaboards here. So that's why we're going to continue to see that precip pick up and that chance of some additional flooding out here, just because of the slow nature of this. Despite wherever it goes off here towards the north, it is going to continue to enhance that southwesterly flow and thus enhancing that risk of flooding out here. Now, for our friends into places like Taiwan and the southern Japanese islands, you're probably thinking, okay, well, I get the inflow, I get the enhanced monsoon. How about me? Where's that storm going to go? Well, some guidance does pull it towards the west. Others kind of try to reform it out here east. Look at this, by Sunday and the Monday, ECMWF is trying to spit something out here south and east of Okinawa. The point is, with a broad area of low pressure, really, look at this. It's almost trying to kick out like 3 lows all at once. The models, the guidance, it is all over the place with this area. Let's even take a look and let's compare some other models. So there's your area of convection here in northern Luzon. Let's flip over to Windy's ECMWF, for example. And this is the 5th into the 6th right here. Here, I'll pull up so you can see the time on the bottom of the screen. That's the ECMWF, what I was just showing you with the other platform from our Weatherscape model. Then we showed the GFS, and it actually shows a little bit tighter of a low, but more of a big old monsoonal dry air on the northern periphery. So the worst of the weather is towards the east, south, and east of Okinawa by the 6th into the 7th. So I wouldn't cancel your 4th of July plans if you're out there into any of the military bases, our American friends. Just keep an eye in the skies. Might see some passing showers, but it could pick up by the end of the weekend and into the early part of next week. But I think all eyes on the bigger impacts are going to be happening out here for our friends in the Philippines, where we continue to see that increase in the westerly flow and the rainfall coming in with this. And talking about rainfall, I mean, first off, our flyover, and I do want to give this to you really quick because a lot of people do appreciate this flyover. Just really quick to the point. Pretty much most of the country looking at the rain, but the heavier stuff on the western coastlines. So those temperatures, due to the rain and the cloud cover, look at Bagyo, just 21 degrees here on our Friday. Cooler, tell you that. It's gonna be fresh out there for you guys. Take a look at the moisture though flow coming in from the southwest. This is that humidity setup. Really gives you a good idea of just the southwest monsoon being in control here, and that flood threat definitely very real. I mentioned at the beginning of this update, but I do want to stress again, I make these updates, I started them off, this has always been a hobby, like 15 years now, but I'm able to continue said hobby and slowly make upgrades to it in a sense that I've never really made a true money out of it. I always put the money back into the graphic systems and everything. So with that said, if you like these updates and you just want to continue to support the channel, please check out our Patreon. Link is down below. I always try my best to continue to give you some latest and greatest information here, albeit I feel like I could be doing a lot better, but it's just one of those things of time as well. I really want to make this a full-time gig, but I don't think it's ever really going to happen unless something drastically changes. But hey, you know what, I can still manage to do it as a hobby, and a lot of people say it's useful, so I'm going to continue to do it until people say, you know what, we don't really need this anymore. And yeah, there's still the support. Anyways, I'm ranting. I just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting the channel, and I hope you stay safe out there and you stay dry, especially your friends in Bagyo here. Look at that messy weather during this upcoming storm.